So are you ready for Oh, I can't wait to hear what I have been applying. It's going to be good.
Hi Liz, hi Rob.
So glad to be here.
Well, I am so glad that you guys are here. Thank you guys so much for coming back to our Bible study tonight.
I love it.
Oh, how is everyone doing? Is everyone doing okay?
So good.
Yep.
And like super prepared.
Yeah, I did all my reading, all my
That just makes me so happy. Okay, well, let's start by going over what we're focusing on in our study, okay, and then going over our theme verses together, all right? Would anyone like to start? What is it that we're focusing on?
So we have been learning about unity.
Yes. Yep, and as how Christians, we are one big family, right?
And we're helping each other grow to be more like Christ.
Yep.
Great, well, it sounds like you all really got the point from last week. That's wonderful.
We did.
Okay, now you guys are such a great group. Now, how about those memory verses? Should we try saying them together?
Well, I have it memorized already.
Julie, would you like to try saying it for us? Sure.
Okay, Ephesians 4:15 through 16. Speaking the truth in love, we are to grow up in every way into Him who is the head, into Christ, from whom the whole body, joined and held together by every joint with which it is equipped, when each part is working properly, makes the body grow so it builds itself up in love.
Close.
I mean, she tried.
Julie, you did a great job. Would anyone else like to try saying it?
I mean, I could, but I don't like to brag.
Yeah, I had it memorized already, so it's
I
fine.
learned it like the first day.
I memorized it in first grade, actually.
Well, please, just remember, guys, it's not a competition. But I'm really glad to hear that you all have it memorized already. And maybe someone else can try saying it next week, okay?
Oh, sure.
The important thing, I want you to keep reviewing them, and most importantly, work on applying it, okay?
Yes.
All right, now speaking of applying it, would anyone like to share how they apply these verses in their lives this week?
Okay, well this week, this passage has really encouraged me to motivate myself to exercise. Yep, you know.
Exercise.
Okay, well, the part about the body and the joints. Yes, I do have great exercise. You know, it's really important to keep exercising, especially as we grow older, like the verse says. Yes.
It talks about growing older. I don't think
You know what, Julie, you are so right. This has really challenged me. I need to get my gym membership back. So tell me later.
Zero down, no commitment. Month to month, that's your child.
Guys, I don't care that.
You gotta do that month to month.
I need morning class.
Morning class every time, every day. Let's get ready free.
All right, please. Now, I do agree, exercise is very important.
So important.
But I don't really think that's the point of these verses.
Well, I have something that is exactly from these verses.
Oh, good, Liz, please share.
Well, I really liked this part in here about build yourself up in love or whatever. So I just tried really hard this week to build myself up and love myself.
Yes. So what did you do? Tell us all.
Yeah, because like I really just feel like I need to spend more time, you know, like on me, myself, and you know,
Self-care, for sure. Yes.
Well, I just started realizing how much I give to other people.
Amen.
There's my family, of course. They just like suck the life out of me. But beyond my family, there's just people pulling at me for this and that. I mean, honestly, the pastors at this church,
Oh my word.
they're constantly trying to get us to help out with this and with that. I swear, if I get one more email from that Cornerstone Connection. Delete. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I just donated 2 cans of green beans to the food bank. Give me a break already.
Okay,
What do
okay.
you want from me?
And don't even get me started on that children and family pastor guide. If I get one more text or email, we need help in nursery, we need help in preschool. I have my own kids. That is children's ministry.
We can't do it alone, we can't do it
They
alone.
can't be left by themselves.
Right.
Bathroom.
Make them do it.
Well, okay, so all that to say, I started by just thanking myself for how much I help out and serve. And then I decided
Yep.
to take a 2-year sabbatical. Good idea?
That is a great idea. I think I should do that maybe 3 years ago.
3 years, yeah.
You deserve
Good.
that.
Good.
Okay, hold on. I really think you guys are misunderstanding these verses. They're not talking about self-love or building up ourselves. They're actually talking about building up others and, doing what God has called us to do and serving one another in love. Remember, it's about unity, right? And growing together.
Yes, and the unity piece, that is what I love.
Okay, good.
Love that.
Okay, now Sarah, do you have an example of how you put that in?
Yes, I did. I got this. All right.
Okay, good.
So, there's a lady here at church. No, I'm not gonna mention any names, but I think you can probably track with me on this one. All right. Shorter, long hair, she's got those scruffy little kids that follow her around.
I know
I thought
exactly
you'd pick up on
who
that.
you're talking about. Oh my goodness, no, I would never say, I would never.
Wait. Does she have that husband who looks like he just got out of bed in the morning?
Bingo.
Oh, I know that.
You got it, you got it.
Okay,
You got it?
I know that.
Hold on a minute, please. Sarah, I thought you said there's something to say about unity.
Well, yes, I did, as I was trying to say. There's a lady here at church, I'm not naming any names, and I just felt like she needed my help.
Right.
She was just struggling to fit in and, to look like us, and so I thought if I could just, help unite her with us, just make a few changes, some fashion tips.
Yeah.
Like, this is the 2020s, we're not in the 80s anymore, I just really wanted to bring her into our group.
That's good of you.
Unify us.
Yeah, and her husband and kids could use some help too.
That will come.
You know what, Sarah? You know what? That is honestly so nice of you. Really the point, like, if you want to be with us, you should look like us.
That's right.
Pray to just bring that unity piece to our church.
Let's try it. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're not understanding unity. So, unity isn't about us all looking the same way, right? It's about being united in our love for the Lord in spite of our differences.
Yes,
Of course.
exactly.
Right, yes.
Well, speaking of differences, what really gripped me from these verses was the part about, speak the truth in love.
Okay, great. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so, what I've been learning really is, I need to not be afraid to tell people what they need to hear. Especially when it comes to, disagreeing, with me. And so, my mother-in-law, she butts into my life all the time. And so last week, I told her to butt out. Now, in love, of course.
You are brave.
Yeah.
You are really brave.
Please, thank you. That was honestly the beginning of my bravery, because then I marched right back to my ABF classroom, and I told those people exactly what they needed to hear about A, masks, and B, vaccines.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
So I don't think matters of opinion are what Paul's talking about.
Okay, well, now that you mention it, I think something needs to be said about all these parents who are letting their kids run rampant on social media.
And I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
You do?
All right. Did you guys see the thing that was posted on that Tickety Talk?
Oh.
I cannot believe that they let their kids post on TikTok.
well, listen, I'm not gonna say who it was, of course,
Right.
but I'm sure you guys all saw
Yes.
whose kids were on the InstaSnap.
Yes, all the things.
Sorry, FaceSnap. Embarrassing.
I know.
I'm not even gonna let my kids have a phone until they're 20.
I mean, that's what walkie talkies are for, right?
So wise.
This is very important. It's TikTok. And all right, but let's get back to what it means to speak the truth in love.
Right.
Oh, the truth, yeah. And you know who needs to hear the truth is the elders of the church about how long the service has been going lately.
I mean, would someone volunteer for nursery if it wasn't 4 hours long? Maybe. Okay.
Do any of these men consider that I made lunch reservations?
And I also do enjoy football.
Yeah.
4 o'clock, kickoff.
Yeah, are you ready for
Come on,
some
kickoff time, let's go.
Robin, I think you have given me the courage to go and speak to them about that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And you know, while we're speaking of courage, Julie, I have now got the courage to speak to you about your choice of schooling for your children.
I'm feeling really brave about talking to you, Sarah, about who you plan to vote for in the next election.
Yeah, I don't even wanna go there. You know what, but Julie, while you're at it, for
Yes,
me,
yeah.
just, can you say something to the elders about the Sunday morning worship service singing?
Oh,
I have some
yeah.
real issues with some of these songs.
Did you see the articles on the Facebook about that?
Don't any of you know what true Christian unity is about?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, of course we do. Yeah. In fact, I really feel like this study has been so
I have
powerful.
learned so much.
Yeah,
Like,
So
transforming.
inspiring.
Yes.
You have just been such a blessing, Alexandra.
Yeah.
You learned so much.
You
So
empowered
us.
us.
In fact, I don't know, do you guys want to like go get coffee and keep talking about how we can be more unified? I might just do that. All right, let's go.